Good evening and welcome and a happy Independence Day to you. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari congratulates Nigerians on the country's 59th independence anniversary, transfers special intervention programs to newly created Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. President Muhammadu Buhari to depart Abuja on Wednesday for a meeting with his South African counterpart, Cyril Ramaphosa, over recent xenophobic attacks on Nigerians and Nigerian businesses in South Africa. Economic experts and policy analysts discuss new ways to redesign Nigeria's economy as the country celebrates 59th independence anniversary. And Hong Kong police shoot 18-year-old protester as angry mob disrupts China's 70th independence anniversary celebration.
On business news tonight, Central Bank raises loan deposit ratio for commercial lenders to 65%, and that's the second time this year.
On sports news tonight, world number one Novak Djokovic cruises into the second round at the Japan Open with a flawless victory over Alexei Popyrin.
It is 59 years of Nigeria's journey as a nation, a milestone it is, since 1960 when the colonial masters gave the nation its name and laid the foundation for its oneness in spite of its ethnic diversity, boundary lines and beliefs. Today, the country celebrates its unity in the wake of several challenges that have threatened it. And that's what the president is demanding of everyone, that Nigerians remain strong together, broaden the resolve to fight against corruption, as well as a change of attitude towards public office. These demands are contained in the President's Independence Day address to the nation that lasted about 25 minutes, touching on national security, the economy, and infrastructure.
We must change our lawless habits, our attitude to public office, and public trust. Simply put, to bring about change, we must change ourselves by being law-abiding citizens. I reiterate my call for all to exercise restraint, tolerance, and mutual respect in airing their grievances and frustrations. Whilst the ongoing national discourse on various political and religious issues is healthy and welcome, we must not forget the lessons of our past. Lessons that are most relevant on a day such as this. The path of hatred and distrust only leads to hostility and destruction. I believe that the vast majority of Nigerians would rather tread the path of peace and prosperity as we continue to uphold and cherish our unity.
Another major highlight of the president's speech is the pledge to continue the social intervention program initiated by his government. But this time, the program will now be coordinated by the newly created Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development.
We are also committed to ensure that the inconvenience associated with any painful policy adjustments is moderated, such that the poor and the vulnerable who are most at risk do not bear the brunt. Our ongoing 500 billion naira sufficient intervention program continues to target these vulnerable groups through the homegrown school feeding program, government economic empowerment program, Empower Job Creation program, loans for traders and artisans, conditional cash transfers to the poorest families, and social housing scheme.
Being commemorated on a low key by the federal government, but not without some symbolic activities to celebrate the country. The event, which is the first under the second-term administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, witnessed special change of guards and silent drills held at the forecourt of the presidential villa. Our correspondent Gloria Umezoke was there.
Most distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is announcing the arrival of the special guest of honor.
President Muhammadu Buhari arrives at the forecourt of the presidential villa after an inspection of quarter guards for the 59th Independence Day anniversary, heading straight for the national salute.
President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari.
The president joins former head of state General Yakubu Gowon, the vice president Professor Yemi Osinbajo, leadership of the National Assembly and other top government officials at the event. There was an inspection of incoming quarter guards and change of guards parade. Color patrol,
the national color of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
silent drills, special rifle display, and a performance by the Guards Brigade Band. The low-key occasion was marked by a presidential change of guard from 177 Guard Battalion to 7th Battalion of the Guards Brigade. As is tradition, a 21-gun salute goes out in respect of the nation's sovereignty.
New guards are taking over correctly. May I humbly have your permission? Your Excellency.
Shortly after the no speech-making ceremony, the President Muhammadu Buhari signs the anniversary register. Pigeons symbolizing peace are also released from the cage.
As he has released the pigeons.
Surrounded by government officials and invited guests, the President leads the cutting of the anniversary cake. It's been over 2 hours of ceremony to mark Nigeria's independence anniversary. The president on this day reiterates his promise to surmount all challenges to fulfill his change mantra with the help of all Nigerians. From the presidential villa, Gloria Umezoke, Channels Television News.
Meanwhile, the president is expected to depart the nation's capital, Abuja, tomorrow for South Africa, where he will be meeting President Cyril Ramaphosa for discussions on the recent near-strained relations between both countries. President Buhari is expected to discuss the welfare of Nigerians living in South Africa with President Ramaphosa, while both leaders will also look towards common grounds for Nigerians to build harmonious relations with their hosts. He will also hold a town hall meeting with Nigerians living in the country with a view to understanding their experiences and reassuring them of government's commitment to working for the protection of their lives and property. Both leaders will preside over the South Africa-Nigeria Binational Commission, during which a progress report will be presented and a joint communique signed. The meeting is coming less than 2 months after Nigerians and other foreign nationals were attacked in South Africa, forcing about 500 Nigerians to return home. Staying with the nation's 59th independence celebrations, some states in the northern part of the country took time off today to mark the event. While the governor of Adamawa State released 18 inmates from 5 prisons in the state, his counterpart in Taraba State, Governor Darius Ishaku, bemoaned the economic and security situation in the nation. Our correspondent, Amaka Okafor, has a report.
On the 1st of October 1960, Nigeria formally gained her independence from British colonial rule, and ever since, that day has been marked by Nigerians as their Independence Day. in most states of the Federation, the celebration is low-key, while some states didn't bother with any ceremonies. In commemoration of Nigeria's 59th independence anniversary, Governor Umar Fintiri of Adamawa State signed an executive order approving the release of 18 prisoners in 5 different correctional facilities across Adamawa State.
Over the last 121 days, we have begun to lay solid foundation for the growth and development of Adamawa State. With remarkable success, we are tackling the different dimensions of insecurity across the state in a dynamic and effective manner.
In a press statement signed by Mr. Rafiu Ajakaye, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Kwara State, Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak is calling for a consensus amongst Nigerians to build a country where no one is left to suffer or is treated unfairly on account of whatever differences. Governor Abubakar Bello of Niger State, on his part, tasked Nigerian leaders on good governance and service delivery as a prerequisite for the attainance of peace, progress and development of the country. The governor insists that only purposeful leadership and patriotism can bring Nigeria back to the trajectory of its founding fathers and re-establish the social trust with the people. For his counterpart in Taraba State, Governor Dairos Ishaku, Nigeria as a country is yet to attain maturity after 59 years of independence.
We have the independence. It is sour and ugly that we have not utilized the 59 years to transform the country to an enviable status. It's a shame that we Nigerians in Africa were still lacking behind. I was in Rwanda, I was amazed with the development in healthcare alone, amazed, and other areas. And here we are being called the giant of Africa. I think we are just sitting giant. A lot has to be done. 59 years old, but not 59 years matured.
Beyond commemorating the day, Nigerians expect that government will do all it can to ensure a better socio-economic polity for all Nigerians. Amaka Okafor, Channels Television News.
In part 2 after the break, we continue our series on the country's 59th independence anniversary celebration with a focus on the political development so far. Please stay with us.